Hey guys, Dan from World of Mr. Grey, and I'm here with a video I've been wanting to do for a while, and it's top 10 ghost videos debunked. I've always wanted to do one of these videos because I see a lot of these videos online and the top 10 lists basically. Just to start off with, I enjoy these videos. I love a good ghost story. I like watching these videos. They creep me out. They're interesting, they're exciting. Do I ever think any of them are ghosts? No, I don't. But there's always an explanation. I've been in some dark places when I used to do my abandoned exploration stuff. And I've been to some dark places, and I tell you what, when you're in a dark place, walking around alone, your mind plays tricks on you. You hear little sounds, you hear bumps. You know, your mind starts going into overdrive. And then you quickly explain it away. It's quite easy. But I see a lot of these videos online. And if you look hard enough, if you Google hard enough, look into them more and more, you'll always find an explanation. Either it's totally fake, or it's just a misunderstanding, or it's the wind, it's something else. It's always something else. Do I believe in ghosts? I've never seen anything to say they exist. It'd be cool if they did, but to this day, I've heard bumps in the night. I've seen little shadows here and there. Not once have I ever thought they were a ghost. Don't get me wrong, it creeped me out, but then I thought, oh no, actually it's that. You know, I've always been able to explain it. By the way, I'm not here to badmouth paranormal investigations. I enjoy those shows. I enjoy seeing people doing them. I'd love to go on one myself. If there's anyone out there who wants to take me along, as an open skeptic, I will take it seriously. I won't be a dick about it. But I won't just automatically assume everything is a ghost. The reason I want to do this video, and I'm going to do these every now and again, I think, because I see a lot of videos online, and a lot of people, they get sucked into it. I like them, I get sucked into them, but they take it as that's, you know, face value, that's what it is. And I think if you look hard enough and do a bit of research, you find out, no, actually it's not. So I'm going to go through a top 10 list. Remember when I used to do top 10 lists years ago? But I'm going to use Nuke's top 5 channel top 10 list, which he recently posted. I'll link his channel in the description. Go subscribe. He posts ghost videos. They're not his videos, but it's what people send in or what people tell him to have a look at. And you can see for yourself, you can go down the rabbit hole of YouTube and find out for yourself. But I'm going to use his most recent top 10 scariest ghost videos of the year. And I'm going to go through each video to see if I can debunk them with logic. Let's start with number 10. I'm not sure if I should capture his direct video. I don't know. Am I allowed to do well saying that? He puts other people's videos up, so why not? So, anyway. Ooh, that's really loud. Right, this first one, I gotta go back. This first one is about a student who his dormitory is apparently haunted. And as you can see there, what looks like a mattress flying into the distance. Now, I think this could be done any number of ways. Mattresses are heavy. So, that's to be lifted like that. If it is a mattress, man, it could be just like a hollow thing. And these are always filmed on potato cameras, by the way. It's the norm when you do these kind of things. But like that could just be someone behind the door. And I've noticed, right, I've just noticed one there actually, thinking about it now. I'm seeing some quick cuts in this video. And I've done little short videos myself in the past where you can hide a quick cut in a camera zoom or like a door opening. You can hide those quick cuts. I think there's a couple of quick cuts in this video. See, I just say the mattress, like I said, that could easily be done with string. I'm grasping at what it could be, but do I think it's a ghost? No, I don't. But yeah, that's the first video, and that wasn't really much of an explanation. But my logic there would be there's a couple of quick cuts in the video. From what I'm sure I can see, at least 2 quick cuts, and yeah, the mattress. You know, like I said, if it's a hollow mattress, you could pull that quite easily. They are heavy, but I don't think it's a ghost. I mean, that one is the mattress one. Right now, just looking at it is slightly hard to explain. I'll admit that one. But there are ways of doing that. So on to the second video. Now this one, I've seen this one before. It's about this guy, I can't remember his name. He's exploring an old theatre. Phil Koch. You can't see his name, but Phil Koch is his YouTube name. And yeah, I've seen this video a couple of times. I'm going to skip like this one now. Behind him, you'll see the seat go down. Right, I want to check something. Right, is it me? Or is because this apparently, right, let's go through this step by step, shall we? Let me go back to where it starts. Right. When he sits down there, watch his head movement. From when you see the chair in the background moving. That's the second camera. Now his head moves to his right. Then back slightly, and the chair starts moving. Let's go to the second camera. I'm sure his head movement is different in the second camera point. I'm sure it is. His head goes to his left, and the chair's already moving before his head goes to the right. So I think that second camera view was filmed at a different point. Am I wrong in that? I know, you know, he's holding up a camera which is obviously close to his face, so you know, proportions are going to be out. But I think that second camera view is filmed at a different point, different time, I should say. Right, so his head goes left. Watch his head movements. Left. Is he going to show her again? Right, his head goes right. Chair starts moving. Alright. Second viewpoint. His head goes left, chair's already moving. See, now, that to me says that second camera point was filmed at a different time. So that's there. That proves his fate to me. The first one, when he's holding the camera up to his face, anyone could be behind, or he could be pulling something to pull the thing down. That one there. And then the second viewpoint could be anyone at behind him. I think those two parts were filmed differently, different times. It's not a second camera view. I think that was filmed a second time. And then these ones is just a couple of doors opening. Opening and closing. Which they're quite easy to pull off if you know anything about like fishing wire. No one's home upstairs because they were behind the doors. See, when you study these things, you see little things like that. It's quite easy to see. I could be wrong, I don't know, but to me that looked like the second camera point or camera view was filmed at a different time because his head movement doesn't match up to his face on movement, camera view, sorry. And that one, that's easily done, you know. I'm going to skip all this. It's just door slamming. Like, for me, if it was doors closing like that, I'd open them doors and find out who's behind it. Like I said, I've been around dark places exploring, and I've heard doors opening and closing, heard noises. I've gone to the place where it is just to, you know, to think if there's someone here or something. But obviously, there's clearly someone there, I think. It's quite easy. This one, there seems to be a trend coming in the last few months of haunted videos coming from the Middle East. There's quite a lot of them. And they're becoming quite popular in the ghost video community. This is one of them. And it's all noise, but I want to get to one part. Like, it's clearly his mates. His mates are there. There's a couple of times, like, you know, it's just one of his mates, I think. Well, I'm fairly certain, actually. But I want to get to one part where when you see it is quite creepy, I gotta admit. He looks in the mirror, puts his torch down, and as he does, he sees someone behind him. Not this mirror, I think. There's a different mirror. He sees someone behind him, and he quickly turns around. But he turns around just enough that whoever was behind him can just go behind him again. You know, when you follow someone behind. Right, it's this mirror. Watch closely here. Turns around. Right. Watch behind his shoulder. Ready? Or have I already missed it? I might have already missed it. Oh yeah, see? Go back. I missed it the first time around somehow. He's doing various noises around this house, by the way. Apparently some guy murdered all his family. I mean, it could happen. It does happen, actually. Right, see there? It's quite funny. Watch behind his shoulder. I keep pointing at the screen. You can't see where I'm pointing at. But watch behind his shoulder. See the face? Then he turns around just about halfway. So in time for his clearly his mates can go behind him and go somewhere else out of the room. Never faces back to his left. Totally behind him. It's always just enough for his friend to run out of the room or run off to the side of him. It's quite funny. So that's easily explained. Let me just go back, double check. Yeah. That's clearly what it is. But it's real. It's real. You keep saying. But anyway, let's move on to the next one because it's quite funny. And those videos are becoming quite popular from the Middle East, and they're usually pretty much all the same. It's an abandoned house. They hear noises. They kick the doors in of every single room. Things start moving about. You know, right, this is an abandoned exploration video. I've seen this one. And again, this can easily be explained. Should I have sound on this one? I don't wanna.
This one? Yeah, that's disgusting. It's just piling trash.
Then they hear something upstairs.
They hear something upstairs. We can't hear the footsteps, by the way. We can just hear the wind up against their mics. Obviously, you can hear those footsteps running down the stairs. That just sounds like a kid shouting. So it could be a number of things. Could be kids in there. And like I said, I've been to places where there have clearly been other people there. And you have to be really careful when you're treading about. This as well, where he says he notices. See the gap in the ceiling? I think he's supposed to mean that there's something behind it, but that's all that is the camera moving. And because of the perspective, he's just seeing the ceiling of the top floor coming through the gap, and that's what you can see moving. You can try it out yourself. You can get any camera. Let's mute this. You can get any camera, look at any gap about 10, 15 feet away from you, with which you can see through, and just get the camera, move it slightly. It doesn't have to be much. Just move it slightly, and you will see the view at the far distance change more. It's just the way it works.
He begins to hear strange noises coming from somewhere.
This is the next one now. It's about a construction worker who he thinks is a squatter. Now, you know, you could say, or because he doesn't say he thinks there's a ghost in this one, it gives a legitimacy that it could be a ghost. But there's two explanations for this. One, there is a squatter, and the noises he keeps hearing, and the door is opening. I don't know why the squatter would just open the door and then run away. You know? But that's one explanation. Or two, the guy filming it is in on it. There's a lot of incentive to have a really good ghost video go up on your channel, because, like I said, people love a good ghost video. They love them. I love them. And, you know, with those come the views. Because you get put, well, if you do a good viral ghost video, you get put up onto these top 10 channels. And, you know, you get them sweet views. So there's big incentive to do these kind of things. I mean, it doesn't see much here. I think this is the crux of it. The door opens. I mean, it could just be a mishung door. He's a carpenter. He could have just hung the door wrong. You know, that one there. I think there's a quick cut there from when the door slams and when he opens the door to look down the basement. I think there's a quick cut there. And then he drops the camera and runs out. Oh, you think he runs out? I think he actually stays there and starts moving the camera around. Or it's his phone, I think. Yeah, I think the person filming it is doing all that. I don't think there's any squatter there. I don't think there's a ghost there. And he gains the courage to come back and pick his video up and upload it to his YouTube. Which got him a lot of views. So yeah, that's that one. On to the next. Right, this one is quite funny. And leave the audio up on this. I've seen this one quite a few times. I've seen a couple of his videos, and basically he bought a new house and he's been having strange smells. Weird cat with his tongue out. That's not a ghost. But he's having strange smells. He found maggots by his bed at one point and then went away and then came back and the maggots are gone. Why you would walk away when there's maggots by your bed? You clean them up. You wouldn't just go out and walk away and come back a few hours later hoping fingers crossed they're gone. Just, you know. I mean, the cat being withdrawn and aggressive all of a sudden, cats are arseholes. They can be nice at one point, and then they can be proper dickheads. That's what cats are.
He died in the very same bed that Don Paramo has been sleeping in. The man's body was about
People die in places all the time. Doesn't mean it's haunted. Right. So basically what happened, he's doing a live stream.
everyone viewing to their core.
Well, you'll see it now.
Everything is going fine. Don Paramo gives a casual live tour of his home. But 3 minutes into the stream, things take a turn towards the horrific.
Y más cosas. Y lo otro que encontré nuevo fue como un hueco que hay en la parte de afuera, por la parte de la terraza, una especie de hueco.
Did you see that?
Did
Did
you lo va a mostrar.
you see it?
Watch again.
Watch his bed. Now, apparently, I'm going to pause it right there. Apparently, it's supposed to be like a figure in a black robe, lying down. Why he's in a black robe, I don't know. I don't know why. Did the guy die in a black robe with black pointy fingers? I don't know. Maybe he did. But it's basically, he walks around the corner, black figure lying in his bed. The cheek of it, for a start, lying in someone else's bed. But there's one thing I did notice about this one. And it's very subtle, but you can see it. just before he goes into the bedroom. I've gone too far, sorry. Oh, God damn it. Alright, just before he goes into the bedroom, he pauses, then slightly moves the camera, then carries on walking. Right there. Now, before he went into that bedroom, he was head on with his camera. It was only when he went to the corner of his bedroom that he turned the camera slightly, just enough to capture that thing lying in his bed behind him. There's no other reason to do that camera movement than to make sure he had that in the shot. It's blatantly obvious, if you ask me. Blatantly. And then apparently someone on the live stream said, "Dude, did you see that thing in your bed just now?" I was like, "Whoa, let me go check." And oh, it's gone. Of course it's gone. But it's blatant bollocks, if you ask me. It's quite funny. But yeah, you can check that out for yourself. Alright, this next one is called Ghost of Carmel, Maine, I think, if I remember correctly. I've seen a couple of his videos, and it's about a shadow. It's mainly about a shadow ghost haunting mainly his bedroom, actually. I think it's like once or twice is down in his living room. See, now apparently he's there. Do you see it? Now, there's one thing I'd like to point out here. And the reason I saw this straight away, this little movement, right? Can you see? Yes, you can see my mouse cursor. Right, that little black thing there, that is apparently the ghost. In his window. His other ones, by the way, there's other videos of the ghost just leaning on his bed, all in black. You know, obviously he doesn't stay around to check. But anyway, you know, but that there is, in this instance, is the ghost. Now, watch him pull back. There. Right, so just before the ghost jumps out of his window, you can see the guy holding the camera. That he's sort of like, you could imagine he's standing there now with the camera. He's like that. You can sort of see him go like that. His movement goes like that before the ghost jumps out, which is, I think, him pulling the string. He's pulling the string. Ready? Watch it now. See the camera? Go back now. He's just pulled the string. Now, the reason why I noticed that straight away is because I did an almost exact visual effect in one of my short videos where I had animal. Where is he? Oh, he's not in here. Where I had the little toy animal, which he was like sort of supposed to be peeking around a corner, and I pulled a piece of string in order to make him go behind the corner. And you can actually, if you watch my video closer, you can see my camera movement pull the string because I just wasn't steady enough. And that's exactly what happened there, if you ask me. That's another one, that there. It's just a guy in a black cloak leaning over his body. I don't know if this is, I don't know if it's someone, like a family member or a friend of his just doing it, but like I said, there's big incentive to make these kind of videos. This is another one I've seen quite a lot of. This was from a paranormal investigation, theghosthunt.uk.com. Now this one, I'm not saying they faked this. It was just I just think it's a misunderstanding of how night vision cameras work. You can look up other night vision footage of anything. It doesn't have to be a haunted thing. Anything with night vision footage, and because of the colours, the definitions of shadows get exaggerated. Bear in mind, he's filming a TV monitor here, so you can't really see it properly anyway. But did you see it? They're trying to say she turned into a witch briefly, but that's all she's, don't forget now, she's participating in a seance, which is bound to get anyone's nerves up if you're a full-on believer anyway. And to me, she's just making one of those faces. I can't do it. But she's just like, oh, this is exciting. That kind of face, you know, like almost a nervous. It's a nervous smile, but that's her without the night vision. But you know, things in night vision, shadows, and you know, definition just gets distorted in night vision. It's just a fact of night vision. You can look up any other night vision footage and you'll see some weird stuff. Weird faces look all weird. The shadows look all weird. This one, like, bear in mind, it's from a filmmaker, but apparently he's making a film. Mute that, sorry. Making a film in a haunted, in an abandoned hospital, I think it was. And they hear something, like a whisper. I've tried listening, I can't hear no whisper. This is her acting, by the way. It's not the actual footage. Now there was a door slam. Can't quite hear the whisper myself. It could be the actress and the cameraman's feet shuffling, if you ask me. Now, this is another thing which annoys the hell out of me, these kind of things. Right, the text down below says, you need to leave. This is apparently what they heard. You can't hear that. You can hear something. But I can't remember what the term is now for when you hear something. You know, what was that bloody meme thing which was going out? What do you hear? Do you hear Laurel or any? I can't remember. But you know, there's an audio clip, and depending who they heard a different thing. But if you're told what you're supposed to sound like, that's what you hear. That's the way these EVP stuff works. That's another thing I think is at the bollocks is EVPs. I don't think any of them sound like anything. They, like I said, they always put the text up to say this is what it said, but then once you've read that text, that's what you'll hear in the whisper, so to speak. So that's why it always annoys me when they put text like that in these things. But yeah, I think there's nothing in this video which can't easily be explained in this particular one. Apart from being a bit freaked out from their situation. They're in the, you know, don't forget, they're walking around in the dark. I'm not saying they faked this at all. Again, it's pitch black, and you know, your eyes play tricks on you in pitch black. This one, this is easy. There's a group of people in one confined area in a church, I think this one is. And they're there on a ghost tour. Now, I've been on some ghost tours. I enjoy them. But, you know, they tell you stories, or this was once owned by this person who did this, and now it's haunted by the Grey Lady, you know, that kind of thing. You walk around in a ghost tour. You hear all these kind of interesting stories, and they are interesting. I like listening to them. But that gets you your nervous system into overdrive. Your mind, once again, it's all in the mind, starts playing tricks on you. You know, they start feeling something just touched my back. You know, don't forget, they're all grouped together. And one of them starts crying. I've seen people have panic attacks. It's not pretty, and it's pretty much, you know, pretty much stems from nothing. You know, a panic attack can be brought on by anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just down to mass hysteria, being excited because they're on a ghost tour, and you know, they're expecting something to happen. Yeah, that's that one, and that's it. That's my debunking top 10 scariest ghost videos of the year with logic. Now, like I said, I enjoy these videos. I'll link Nuke's top 5 channel down below if you want to go subscribe to him, check him out, whatever. I enjoy the videos. every single one can be easily explained. In one way or another, be it faking it, misunderstanding, or just wind and bumps, which just natural stuff which happens. But I do enjoy this kind of stuff. I've been interested in this kind of thing since I was a kid. I like scaring myself. And don't get me wrong, when I'm not saying these things don't scare me. When, like I said, when I used to do my exploration videos and I was walking around down those dark bloody tunnels, abandoned tunnels, trust me, I was bloody scared. It didn't stop me from being scared just because I didn't think it was a ghost or not. Like, for one instance, I was walking down to Pantai Tunnel, which is, I think, it's 666 yards long, and it's an abandoned railway tunnel high up in the mountains. I was walking through there, and I could hear footsteps about 10 feet behind me. I was on my own, by the way. Pitch black, just me and a torch. And it freaked me out at first, but then I suddenly realised it was my own footsteps reverberating off the tunnel, because it's an echoey tunnel. It only took me about 30 seconds to figure that out. But when I first heard them, I thought, shit, what's that? It's your senses get heightened in these situations, and you're sometimes quick to jump to conclusions. But if you just think for a moment, use a bit of logic, and you'll quickly find out that no, actually, it's not that. It's this. And I don't want to shit on anyone doing paranormal investigations. I love that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'd love to go on one with someone, and I'd be serious about it, but I wouldn't jump to everything being a ghost. I would try to find the more logical explanation for like a bump or a sound or I've seen something in the dark. Don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. That was a long video. I want to do a few of these because I enjoy doing them, and I want to spread a bit of common sense throughout the interwebs, because there's less of it these days, which is disappointing. But doesn't mean you can't enjoy them, because I still enjoy them. But anyway, that's it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think they're utter bullshit? Do you enjoy them? Doesn't matter if you think they're bullshit and you still enjoy them. Like I said, I still enjoy them, but they are easily explained. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.